Hey everybody, this is Abdel with Ratio Trading, and I wanted to take a look at a couple markets here. I know it's been a few weeks here since we've last done a video. So I want to do a quick update on Apple, which a lot of you have been asking about. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I mentioned that I was going to be taking a short on Apple. And the reason really, again, it's not because I have any dislike for Apple as a company or their products. I absolutely love the things that they make and what they do. It just boiled down to a trading signal that suggested that we should take short. So the trade was very, very simple. It's called a slingshot trade, and the premise of it is that when a market makes a significant move, which it has since 2009, we're looking at a monthly chart, by the way. It makes a significant move on the monthly chart. It rallies up from about $80. This is about 09. It spends about the last 3-4 years really not doing anything but going up. I mean, there are some instances where it comes down, but for the most part, it just continues moving up. It peaks up at around 700 and change, and then it falls down about halfway down. So if we take our fib tool, just our basic retracement tool, and go from the low all the way to that high, you can see it came right into the 50% retracement around 390. And then as expected, we wanted to see it bounce, and we thought it would given the magnitude of this move. And you can see, lo and behold, it did rally up. And then the big question was, what's going to happen when it gets to the 50% of this leg? So if we measure from the high up here, that 705 level, down to the low down here, right, that 385 level, what's going to happen when it gets into this 50 to 618, right? Would it do similarly as to what we saw here, which is reverse? And you can see it rallied up into there, and then a couple of months ago, you can see we got like a candle, spinning top or a doji, whatever you want to call it, but an indecisive candle that suggests that Apple may be looking to turn here. And then you can see earnings come out. They actually do a wonderful job. They sell record iPhones. I think they topped iPads year over year. But again, just perception, right? The market doesn't like it. It expected more phones to be sold, that sort of thing, and it drops. So we sold it, or I sold it right around 560s, I think it was. 560 was around the area I got in. I think I got some in around 550, but the majority around 560. You can see it's moved down. The lowest point it's been has been about, I believe, about 480. I think that's the lowest point. It's popped back up. You can see it closed today, or closed this week, I guess you could say, at 520. So there's a lot of fluctuation. And this is a very important area for Apple, because if it can't get through here, we could end up back down at 400, which a lot of people think is insane. But again, we've seen this. This is historical. Apple does this all the time. Despite selling insane amounts of devices, despite racking up insane amounts of profits, the stock does the same thing all the time, right? We see it back here, rallies back up. This is way back, but rallies back up, comes down, tries to get back up, falls. I mean, it happened over here, right, as well. And it's happened in the past. So this stock is not, immune to these kinds of massive sell-offs and massive rallies. It's very common in this stock. Now, whether it is able to keep going up is something we don't know yet. So what I'm doing is I'm continuing to stay short. I've done it with stock. I have not done it with options because of it's on monthly charts. I'm not a fan of playing options. I like playing options more on the shorter term game, daily, weekly sort of thing. So I'm just trading this with just straight up stock. I've got a stop. My stop started off above this high, but now I've moved it about halfway down. So it was around 730 my stop before. Now it's right around 620. So I've basically I've cut my stop significant, because if this market rallies back up, takes out the high, and then starts moving back up, it's probably going to retest those highs. So at this point, I think staying above 600 is a safe bet, and let's see if it can get down to about 400 again. If it does, we'll take some profits off. If it doesn't and rallies back up, then the loss is minimal compared to the gain. Right now we're risking about from 560 to 620. You're risking about $60, let's just say. And then from 560 to 400, you're looking at around 160. So it's about a 4-to-1 odds at this point. And now it's just patience, and this could take several months. So we'll see. The other one that, again, I keep getting questions about, and again, these are long-term moves, is Tesla. This one's not working out as well. I took a short here, saw it coming down, did exactly as I mentioned before. I brought my stop about halfway down. You can see it exploded. I got stopped out. I just took another shorting opportunity here. This is an aggressive move. When you look at it on the daily, there's what we call, it's not very pretty, but there's what we call a ratio trade here. You can see it starts at the high, goes down to this low. And if you know what a ratio trade is, this is pretty obvious to you. If you don't, you should learn. There's some video. We have some classes and courses that you can pick up to learn all these trades. So you can see this is right here. If I copy, let me just clone this real quickly and drag it over. You can see a perfect 1-to-1 move. I sold it up here at around 180 this week. It's beginning to pop through here. This is a very strong close for the day. Given that close, I actually think it's probably going to retest the highs, and it might even take them out. So, I've got it's a low risk trade. I've got to stop above this high. If it takes it out, then I'm out. Right. It was a good trade. It was a valid trade. They just don't all work. So we'll see where Tesla goes from here. We'll see what the next couple of weeks bring, and then go from there. So the other one I wanted to just quickly touch on is the S&P, which a lot of people have been asking about. This was a fairly easy pullback trade. I know some of you have emailed me saying, "Hey, Abdel took this pullback trade. What do you think of it?" Great trade. Low to high. Comes right down into that 50 to 618 area. Easy buy, boom. I know some people played options, did very, very well on that. These are one of the trades that are really good for options because it comes right down. It comes into an area of where you expect there to be some significant buying opportunities. You buy a couple out of the money options, or out of the money calls. You buy the first target call, it bounces your calls double, triple in value in like a couple of days. Very, very nice trade, pullback trade, which I love when those happen. At this point, just like we were looking at in Tesla and Apple, you do want to watch to see what happens as it starts pushing in here. It's got some strong candles here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it continue moving pretty strong into that 618 sometime next week. But the next couple of weeks are going to tell us a lot. If it can't strongly get through here, we might see a turnaround and a drop. If we do, we could end up retesting. So I'm watching here very, very carefully. If you're long, pay attention. Breaks through here, it's going to at least get to 1820s and then probably back to the highs if it breaks strongly. So next couple of days is going to be important. All right, guys. Hope that helps. You guys have a great weekend. More videos will be coming. And we'll see you guys next time.